Many students struggle to cope with the high cost of accommodation, and in the Netherlands, one solution is for undergraduates to live rent-free in old people's nursing homes. It's apparently a mutually beneficial relationship, with the students spending 30 hours a month helping out the over 65s, finding living with hard working. Finding and occasionally hard partying young people has some anti-aging benefits. Our reporter Anna Holligan has been to see the scheme in action.
There are 150 elderly residents living here alongside 6 students. So does this actually work, and could it work beyond the Netherlands? We're about to find out.
My name is Joanna. I'm a student and I'm living here in this nursing home.
Within seconds of entering the building, Jurien is called upon for help. He explains that dinner will be served, as always, at 4:30. It's these simple things that they believe make a difference here. Paying attention to those otherwise at risk of isolation. There's only one rule: don't be a nuisance to your neighbours.
Als jullie je gewoon gedragen zoals het moet.
Yeah, she says if we just behave like normal people, they don't notice us. Yeah. So it's like fine, it's a very natural thing.
Maar ben je zelf ook nog jong?
No.
You're young yourself. Can we see your room?
Yeah,
now?
sure.
It feels a lot calmer here compared to where I was a student.
Okay, yeah, that's true. It's more quiet and peaceful, I guess. And yeah, with less younger people.
Most of Jurien's housemates are over the age of 80.
And this is where I live.
And how does this compare to your friends' typical student houses in the Netherlands?
I guess their space is more or less like this. It's more like 12 square meters. I don't pay any rent, so that saves me, in comparison to my friends, 13,000 euros as a student.
And is that why you came here?
No.
Jurien tells me he does this for the experience and because he genuinely wants to enhance their lives. And in true Dutch style, they make sure even the older residents can keep on cycling.
So they can get further away than they would in a wheelchair.
Tell me about the idea behind this. Peter is one of the driving forces behind this project.
The government's making cuts in the budget for elderly care. So that means we have less money to spend on the individuals. The students bring something extra. And because most of the volunteers will be older, so they have left youth behind them. And
whereas the students are bursting with...
young and bursting with energy. It has an invigorating effect on the elderly.
The evidence of success is mostly anecdotal, but crews from Japan, Australia and Poland have come here to find out whether this could work in their ageing nations.
What we have now is one student for 25 people, so each corridor holds 25 rooms, one student. On a larger scale, if you would have 2 students in one corridor, it wouldn't mix. The secret is they meet people in the corridor going to their own room.
Can this formula be exported then?
It can. Any house can do it.
As well as offering birthday congratulations in the corridor, one of the students' roles is to prepare the evening meal. Some of you might be wondering if they're missing out on what is an integral part of the student experience.
When I'm 18, I live in a student house, so I knew what is it all about. But I'm 25 now, and it's the next phase in my life. What I've learned here is to respect the older residents or the older people in our society.
They describe this as gezellig. It's a Dutch word that means warm and friendly. But there is an inescapable reality here. They're living amongst the dying. On average, one person a week passes away at this home.
You have been to Venice, you have been to Vienna. Yeah, that's true. And then you have like a little argument, which is also funny, of course.
The young are keeping their neighbours connected, while the elderly are offering a unique perspective.
Is de voorste de golf?
Yeah. I keep her going, more or less. So the relationship is like that, really, really strong.
Do you worry about the day that you graduate and then have to abandon all of these people?
Yeah, I do, I guess. Some person made a joke that that's 160 grandparents are waving me out. It's something like more or less like that. I hope not that I leave like a big gap around here.
This intergenerational style of living is based on reciprocity and respect.
Yeah.
And here they're convinced that both generations have much to gain from the proximity.
That's how we're doing it in Holland.
Anna Holligan on the coming together of different generations in Holland.